Hi everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you multiple ways to create a system restore point in Windows. Whether you're troubleshooting issues or just want peace of mind before making big changes to your system, creating a restore point ensures you can roll back your computer to a stable state. Let's dive in. Before we start, let's quickly understand what a system restore point is. A restore point is essentially a snapshot of your system settings, configuration, and installed programs. It doesn't back up your personal files, but is perfect for reverting changes in case of driver updates, software installations, or system tweaks that cause issues. The first and most straightforward method is through System Properties. Let me show you 3 different ways to access the system protection settings so you can choose the one that works best for you. First, open File Explorer by clicking on the folder icon in your taskbar. In the left panel of File Explorer, click on this PC to bring up an overview of your drives. Now right-click on any blank area within this PC window and select Properties from the menu. In the System Properties window, look to the left-hand side and click System Protection. This will open the System Restore Settings dialog box. Alternatively, you can also access the System Restore settings through the Control Panel. Type Control Panel in the Windows search bar near the Start button and select it from the search results. In the Control Panel, go to System and Security, and then click System. On the right-hand side, click System Protection to open the System Restore Settings dialog box. The quickest way is to use the search bar in the Start menu. Simply type CreateRestorePoint and click the result that says Create a Restore Point. It will take you directly to the System Protection tab of the System Properties dialog box. Once you're in the System Properties window using any of these methods, follow these steps to create the restore point. Now that we've accessed the System Protection settings, let's dive into the Configure option, which allows you to fine-tune how System Protection works for the drive. Here, you'll see the list of drives on your system. Select the C or your system drive. Click Configure. This will open a new window where you can customize how System Restore functions for the drive. In this window, you'll see several important settings that give you control over how restore points are created and managed. Let's take a closer look at what happens when you enable or disable protection for your system drive, typically the C drive. When you turn on System Protection for the C drive, Windows will start creating restore points. These restore points serve as backup snapshots of your system settings and files, allowing you to revert to a previous, stable state if something goes wrong. These restore points are automatically created when Windows detects significant system changes, such as installing updates or new software. By turning on System Protection, you ensure that your operating system files, registry entries, and critical system settings are backed up. If something goes wrong, like a system crash or a problematic update, you can use System Restore to revert to an earlier working state without the need to reinstall Windows. On the other hand, if you turn off System Protection for the C drive, Windows will stop creating restore points for your system. That means if you run into problems, you won't be able to use System Restore to revert to a previous stable state. Disabling protection will free up disk space that was previously used to store restore points. If you're running low on space, this can temporarily help, but it also means you won't have any restore points to fall back on in case of issues. Without System Protection, your system becomes more vulnerable. If a system update causes problems or a software installation fails, you won't be able to revert to a stable version of your system, and fixing the issue may require more drastic measures like reinstalling Windows. Remember that System Restore relies on these restore points. If protection is turned off, you can no longer use System Restore. This means no backup for your system settings or files, and no option to undo changes if something goes wrong. Now that we know what happens when we turn protection on or off for the system drive, make sure System Protection is turned on for your main drive, usually C, so that restore points can be automatically created. This will help you easily revert to a stable system state when needed. One of the most useful options here is the slider that lets you adjust how much space on the C drive will be reserved for restore points. Set the disk space allocation to about 5 to 10% of your total C drive space. This ensures you have enough restore points stored while not taking up too much space on your drive. The more space you allocate, the more restore points can be stored. But keep in mind, if you use too much space, it might impact the performance of your system, and if you set it too low, Windows will delete older restore points to make room for new ones. If you're running low on disk space, you might want to reduce the amount allocated here. However, it's always a good idea to leave some room for a reasonable number of restore points so that you can revert to a stable system state if needed. If you want to free up space on your drive, you can click Delete to remove all restore points for the selected drive. This will erase the restore points, and you won't be able to use SystemRestore until new restore points are created again. Be cautious when deleting restore points, as doing so will erase your system's history, meaning you won't be able to undo any system changes made prior to deletion. This action is irreversible. The Configure option in the System Protection tab gives you granular control over how restore points are created, how much space is used for them, and what data is included in the restore points. By customizing these settings, you can ensure that your system is properly backed up without wasting too much space. Once you've adjusted the settings, click Apply, and then OK to save your changes. This will enable system protection with the appropriate configuration for your system. Now that we've configured system protection settings for the C drive, let's manually create a restore point. This is a useful step, especially when you're about to make significant changes to your system, like installing new software or updates, and you want to ensure you can go back to a stable state if something goes wrong. Click the Create button at the bottom of the window. This button allows you to manually create a restore point whenever you want. After clicking Create, a prompt will appear asking you to name your restore point. This step is optional, but I recommend naming it something descriptive, like before installing XYZ software, or system backup with date, so you can easily recognize it later. Once you've named your restore point, click the Create button. Windows will now create a snapshot of your system settings and configurations, saving it as a restore point. This process may take a few moments. When the restore point has been created, you'll see a confirmation message saying, "The restore point was created successfully." You've now created a manual restore point, which you can use to revert your system to this exact state at any time. Now that we've configured system protection and created restore points manually, let's take a moment to confirm the restore points we've created. To view the available restore points, click on the System Restore button under the System Protection tab. This will open the System Restore window. In the System Restore window, you'll see two options. Recommended Restore. This is typically the most recent restore point created automatically by Windows. Choose a different restore point. By selecting Choose a different restore point, you can now view a list of all the restore points available. Click Next. Here, you'll see the restore points we created manually, as well as the automatically created ones by Windows. You can select any of these restore points to restore your system to a previous stable state. Here is the manual restore point we created earlier, titled System Backup with Date. This confirms that our manual restore point was successfully saved. Let's go ahead and select this restore point. To get more information about a restore point, you can select one and double-click on it. A dialog box will appear, providing details about the restore point. This includes information about programs and drivers that will be deleted or restored during the process. The dialog box shows two important sections. The first section lists programs and drivers that will be removed if you restore your system to this point. The second section lists programs and drivers that might be affected. This helps you decide whether restoring your system to this specific point is the right choice. Once you've reviewed the details, you can close the dialog box and proceed with the restoration. After selecting the restore point, click Next. This will bring you to the final confirmation screen before proceeding with the system restore. Here, you'll see a summary of the selected restore point. After confirming, click Finish to proceed with the system restore. Please note that once you start the restore process, it cannot be undone. Once you click Finish, the system will begin the restore process. Your computer will restart, and Windows will revert system settings, system files, and applications to the state they were in when the restore point was created. Keep in mind that personal files are not affected, but changes to apps or their settings might be undone. And that's how you can create restore points through system properties. This method is straightforward and allows you to customize your settings while also giving you full control to create restore points manually. It's an essential step in keeping your system safe and prepared for any unexpected issues. Now that we've explored how to view and manage restore points through system protection, let's see how you can access and use restore points from the advanced startup options. This method is particularly useful if you're facing issues that prevent your system from booting normally. To get started, go to Settings. Then select Update and Security, and click on Recovery. Under the Advanced Startup section, click Restart Now. Your computer will then reboot into a special menu that provides various troubleshooting and repair options. Once your system restarts, you'll be presented with the Choose an Option screen. From here, click on Troubleshoot. Then select Advanced Options. In the Advanced Options menu, you'll find an option called System Restore. Click on it to begin the process of restoring your system from a previous restore point. At this point, you'll be asked to select an account to continue the restore process. Choose the account you want to use. After selecting your account, you'll be prompted to enter your password. If you have one set, simply type it in. If you don't have a password, click Continue to proceed. You'll now see a Restore System Files and Settings window. This is where you'll initiate the restoration process. Click Next to continue. Next, you'll be presented with a list of available restore points. This includes both automatically created restore points and the manual ones you've created earlier. Choose the restore point you want to use, and click Next. Once you confirm, click Finish. You'll get one last confirmation asking if you're sure you want to restore your system. Once you're ready, click Yes to begin the restoration process. Your system will restart, and Windows will restore it to the selected restore point. Accessing restore points from advanced startup options is a lifesaver when your system isn't functioning properly or won't boot normally. This method ensures that you can still recover your system in emergencies, providing peace of mind and a reliable way to get back to normal operations. Finally, I'll demonstrate how to create a desktop shortcut for restore point creation. This method simplifies the process, allowing you to create restore points with just a double click. It's perfect for those who want a quick and easy way to safeguard their system before making major changes. Here's how it works. Right-click on an empty space on your desktop. Hover over New, and select Shortcut from the menu. In the Location field, type the following command. I'm going to put that in the video description for you, so just paste that into the box there. This command will open Command Prompt and run the restore point creation process automatically. Click Next to continue. Give your shortcut a meaningful name, like CreateRestorePoint. And then click Finish. And that's how the shortcut is made. To make the shortcut more visually appealing, you can customize its icon. Right-click on the shortcut. Choose Properties. In the Properties window, make sure you're on the Shortcut tab. Next, click the Change Icon button. This will allow you to choose a new icon for the shortcut. To find the System Restore icon, type the following in the Location text box. I'm going to put that in the video description for you, so just paste that into the box there. And click OK. Select the icon that represents System Restore. Click OK to confirm your selection. Click on Apply. Your shortcut now has the System Restore icon, making it even easier to identify. Now let's ensure the shortcut runs with administrator rights to make sure it has the necessary permissions to create restore points. Click on the Advanced button. In the Advanced Properties window, check the box next to Run as Administrator. This will grant the shortcut the necessary permissions. Click OK to apply. Click Apply. and then OK to save the changes. Your shortcut now has the System Restore icon, and it will run with administrator rights when you double-click it. It's time to use it. Simply double-click the shortcut. Windows will immediately process the creation of the restore point. After a few moments, you'll see a confirmation message letting you know that the restore point was successfully created. To verify that the restore point was created, open the System Properties window again. Navigate to the System Protection tab and click System Restore. Select Choose a different restore point. Click Next. Here, you can see the list of available restore points, including the one you just created. Select the restore point you just created and click Next. Click Finish to proceed with the restoration. You'll get one last confirmation asking if you're sure you want to restore your system. Once you're ready, click Yes to begin the restoration process. Your system will restart, and Windows will restore it to the selected restore point. This process may take some time, so be patient while Windows restores your system. After the restoration process is complete, your system will notify you that the restore point has been successfully applied. With this desktop shortcut, creating restore points has never been easier. A simple double-click is all it takes to safeguard your system before making any major changes. It's a quick, efficient, and hassle-free way to keep your system protected. Each of these methods has its unique advantages, whether you're planning ahead with system properties, recovering from a serious issue with advanced startup options, or using the convenience of a desktop shortcut. By combining these methods, you can ensure your system stays safe, secure, and ready to handle any challenges. You can now choose the one that fits your workflow best. Remember, restore points are your safety net against unexpected changes, software glitches, or system errors. Taking a few moments to create restore points before significant changes can save you hours of frustration later. With these tools in your arsenal, you're now equipped to keep your system running smoothly and recover quickly from any unexpected issues. Thank you for watching. If this tutorial was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more tech tips and tutorials. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.